Well, you've heard a lot about autonomous vehicles. Have you ever seen one? There's one right back here. Well, let's check it out. Maybe we'll take a ride, learn more about it. And that's coming right up. Well, we're here in the autonomous shuttle, and I'm not going to tell you about it. This guy is. He knows more about what's going on than I do. So, all right, tell us, Aaron Foster, tell us a little bit about the shuttle and how it works, and then we're going to go for a ride, right?
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
I'd be happy
awesome.
to take you for a ride.
All
So
right.
this is the Autonom shuttle, as you said, made by the company I work for called Navya. We're a French startup that has actually established our North American manufacturing and sales headquarters here in Saline, Michigan, in 2017. So we think that the United States and North America more broadly is going to be a great market for autonomous vehicles, especially this type. So this is a low-speed, fully electric autonomous shuttle with a 15-passenger capacity. So we've got 11 seats and 4 people can stand. And this is mainly used for connecting commuters with that sort of first mile, last mile that is really a struggle for a lot of cities, universities, and other urban areas. So there's all these gaps in the existing transportation networks, and we envision in the future, say if you are a commuter, you take your car into the city, but instead of driving into the middle of the city, causing all the congestion, looking for parking, and getting frustrated, you would park remotely, either at a parking garage or a big parking lot. Our vehicles would then shuttle you into the city, connecting you with that larger transportation system. So just making it much more viable because there's so many people they use it from time to time, but it's just not a reliable daily form of transportation for them.
Yeah. Well, that makes a lot of sense, I think. And you had mentioned a little while ago, I heard you say something about people feel more comfortable with a lower speed shuttle. Is that right?
I would definitely say that way. The first time I rode an autonomous vehicle was this shuttle. It was in a place called La Défense in Paris. It's a large business park where you've got obviously all the people working there, but there's also a lot of very unique architecture. So it is a tourist attraction as well. So you've got hundreds or thousands of people walking around this area. There's no other vehicles other than maybe a gator for doing service type of activities. But we're the only vehicles allowed to drive there. We have no lane lines that we use. We have no barriers. The vehicle is just using its sensors to detect all the obstacles and move people in a safe and efficient way across La Defense. At last check, we're moving around 10,000 passengers per month just at that site alone using 2 shuttles. So it's provided a lot of really unique experiences for people in the area, and just giving them a comfortable way to get across the park when it's a hot day. They have this enclosed area with the air conditioning. If it's raining, snowing, we're able to get people across.
Right. Well, that's pretty awesome. And I can think that there's going to be more and more of this stuff going forward. So, hey, you guys, you got to get tuned up to work on these things too, as more and more of them actually get out there in the streets and in the places where it makes sense for them to be.
So right now our shuttle is operating in what we call on-demand mode, where it's going to wait for a request to go to the next stop. So right now that request is going to come from the HMI right here. So I'll just select our next stop. Hit go. We've got the audible announcement. This is our default, but you can imagine the voice of an operator saying, "We're leaving Jackson Street, approaching the library." So now the vehicle is going to take us to our next stop. And being that this is an indoor demonstration, we're actually only using LiDAR, which is light sensing radar, to do our localization and our obstacle detection. So normally in the real world, we would also have line of sight to the sky, so we could use GPS and RTK satellites. And when we have all of our systems working, we can localize the vehicle within a matter of only a few centimeters. So it's extremely accurate, extremely repeatable, and then it can pull up to a bus stop, use its air suspension to raise and lower itself to make the entry as easy as possible. So we really wanted to make this as equitable and accessible as possible. So here we're pulling up to our first stop, and you'll hear the ding, and then the doors will open here.
Is the LiDAR a lot like what drones use when they're inside of a building?
So LiDAR is a very common sensor that's added to drones, and that's a really unique way that a lot of companies are actually doing their 3D mapping. So, so at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, 2018, we actually debuted for the first time in North America our 6-passenger autonom taxi. That really takes the capabilities of this shuttle to the next level. It's got a higher operating speed, up to about 45 miles an hour, and it takes the on-demand capability to the next level as well. So really removing it from the fixed route, will go on any speed limit appropriate street within about a 5-mile geofenced area. And then you'd use an app which would summon the vehicle directly to your location and then take you to your destination, rerouting itself along the way for any other pickup requests.
Wow, that's awesome. Thanks a lot for the ride, Aaron. We appreciate that and appreciate all the information. So like I said, guys, you got to stay tuned. This is a technology that is here now. We're going to see more and more of this stuff as we're moving forward. So stay tuned.